Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So tonight I am going to do a bloom on a tile. Seeing I got my new little blower, so we're going to test this one out. Hopefully it does what I would like it to do. So in here I have my British house paint. I think it's low sheen interior white house paint, and these I have mixed up. They're josonjas, so it is okay. Inside of it I've got josonja's paint, josonja's varnish, and Taubman's sample pot, which is an untinted paint. So it's kind of like a little bit of an off-white colour. I should have the recipe on, because I made these up a little while ago, I should have the recipe on the computer. I'll add it to the description box. So, and my black cell activator is Amsterdam lamp black mixed with floetrol, Australian floetrol. So we will get going on this. Not doing that too evenly, am I? Oh, no, we want it to go this way. Hopefully I don't make a huge mess, which is something I do tend to do sometimes. Alright, that's pretty even on the tile. I think it actually slopes that way. Yeah. It's going to keep wanting to run off that end, so I'm just going to hold this down here. So, I think I would like to do some purple in the middle. A bit more, I think. Then we will go some blue. Then we will go some aqua, or I'm not actually sure what these colours are for the moment. I'll have to double check. Then I want a little bit more purple. As we all know, I love my purple. I don't think I have enough paint actually, so I'm going to put a bit more in. And I might have to go a little bit more blue. Actually, why don't I just go... I'll just do a second layer of each colour. Why not? Oops. Little bit of dried paint must have come off. And now we will go the cell activator. Okay. Now let's hope this little blower does what I want it to do. and it didn't. I think this nozzle actually dispersed it too much. I might take the nozzle off and try again. Okay. So we're just waiting for it to sink back into the middle. Because when you blow on it, puts a dent in the middle. When you want it to kind of fill back into that little dent. So it's getting there. Now let's hope this doesn't go everywhere. Yeah, so it's not exactly being even on me. That's a little bit better. Okay, so now we're going to spin. I'm just going to go gently, I think. Yeah, so it's spinning off one end more than the other. So we're going to hold it this side. Is it going to move? Doesn't look like it. So we might just have to spin it till it comes off all edges. Whoops. And this is what I mean by making a mess. Okay. I may have to make up a fresh lot of cell activator, I think. I'm going to go one more spin to try to get rid of that corner there. Getting a few little cells pop up. So one more. I hope this doesn't make everyone dizzy. Makes me a bit dizzy sometimes. I can see something in the paint here, so I'm going to have to grab it. So that's looking alright. Not exactly how I had thought about it in my head. I feel the cell activator was not behaving the way that I was expecting it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get, I'll pause it and I'll go get something to put this onto so it stays flat while I get another tile to do the second one. Okay, here we go, pausing. Alrighty, I'm back. So I've just given the cell activator a stir because I don't think I had stirred it well enough. So we'll try this again. And we're going to go the same order, I think. Actually, I'm doing it reverse, aren't I? So we're going in reverse order this time. Alrighty. Last colour. Now, I have to try to make sure I blow the black correctly, because that seems to be what makes the huge difference, is blowing the cell activator the right way. So let's try this again. Taking it easy. Blowing the black over the colours. And then leaving it for the cells to develop. That's looking a little bit better this time. I still think that my cell activator needs to be a bit fresher. Parts of it are looking a little bit thin. But the cells are coming up quite well. I'm not going to try to redo this, otherwise I'm going to ruin what I already have. When I stretch it, this should give me a bit more room. Okay, it's still making its way to fill in that center part. So don't try and spin it too soon. Let the paint go back into the center. Alright, don't think it's going to move anymore, so I'm going to spin. Alright, 1, 2. When I first did this, I used to spin it like crazy, but I've learnt that it actually can sometimes make things go a little bit too crazy. So I do more gentle spins, but more of them, if that makes sense. So I've still got a bit to go because I've got to get these corners to the ends. And always spin from a corner that you want it to come off of. Because if I try and spin it from a corner where I want to keep it, I can actually ruin the effects. Sorry, every time I go to do a painting, I get a frog in... Since I pushed the record button, I get a frog in my throat. Okay, a little bit more. It's this one corner, and a little bit more on the others, but... So hopefully, I can get this... Whoops. Actually, you've got to try and spin it evenly and not so it does a shaky wobble or anything like that. Okay, a little bit more. That's a much better spin, that one. And I don't try and stop it from spinning. This little cake spinner is actually really shallow, so I'm more likely to get my fingers everywhere. And looks like I've got a little bit of dry paint sitting there. Hopefully I can grab that without changing my pattern. That's why I don't usually like keeping older paint with these. I like to do it quite fresh. So if you're going to do it, you're best to actually do it where you've got a whole day, so you can make up your paint and just keep blooming until you run out of blooming mixtures, until your paint's gone, and then start fresh again. So I'm going to spin it just so it might change that shape of that corner. Or that little bit that I picked out might kind of even it out. I don't think it's going to. It looks like it's going to stay that little pattern, but oh well. This was just a little bit of fun because I wanted to try out my new blower, which I'm actually happy with. I think I just got to I think I'm just going to have to get my paint nice and fresh. I'm going to give it a quick little torch just in case. I probably should have torched it earlier. Yeah, the torching kind of brought up some white specks from the paint that's underneath, which would be the house paint. But that's okay. Note to self, torch earlier. But I got quite a good, nice little lacing going on. A little bit thick in some spots. And I am getting like kind of some cell reaction. So there is no silicone in there, but could because the paints are a little bit old. Some parts are bringing up some cells, but that's alright. This was a test to see how the blower worked. So in Australia, I just got this little blower from JB Hi-Fi. So I've used other things. I've got I've got 2 hair dryers. I've got things like that, but it's hard to always get one that's got enough power without having too much. But this is cool, so I'm going to bring you down for a close-up. Okay, so there we go. So a lot of the aqua or the tealy colours disappeared, but there's lots of blue and the purple in there. Now let's come down and have a look at some of this lacing. Very nice looking. The colours have come through. See how the black is kind of a little bit washed out in some spots? I think that's because of it not being so fresh. So I'll make up that nice and fresh next time. Oh, and what's a fly has gotten in it already. Pause. Look what he did. Made that little trail. I'd only just done the painting and he's already flying in there. Ah, naughty, naughty. So this is the second tile. I'll go and pause it and show you the first one, but I'm quite happy with this. Just remember, keep these on a flat surface to dry. If it's a little bit tilted, your painting will slide off the other end. So let's go look at the other one. Okay, so this is where I didn't blow it very well. See how the paint's kind of gone quite funny. Still looks nice, but it's not exactly how I had planned for it. So the other one had much better lacing. And yeah, this is the cells that are kind of popping up. And I believe that is, well, I think it's because it was a bit older. But even where it's got lacing, it's coming out quite nice. So we're going to have to do this again. I really need a day off work where I can kick back and just do blooms all day long. Same with my Dutch paws. I want to get back into doing more Dutch paws, but I think I need a day where I can just kick back and do a whole bunch of them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at these and seeing how they go. I'll put the recipe inside the description, and I'll see you tomorrow for another paw. Have a great night. Bye.